Hi, everybody. Today on Collector's Corner, we have a collection of head stuff from their movie from 1968. Here we have the collector, and joining us now is Joe and
Hey
the
guys,
collector.
how's everybody doing?
Good evening.
Welcome to another Collector Show number 9, The Monkees Head, 1968 Columbia Pictures release. So it's good to have everybody with us, and let's get started.
Yep, here we go.
Okay, so here we have a single that was released. The Monkees' Porpoise song, As We Go Along. It was released on September of 1968. It was number 62 on Billboard, number 41 on Cashbox, and number 30 in Record World. And it was 94 cents to purchase back in the day. And this one comes from the Hollywood pressing plant. It's a regular copy too. It's not a promo. Yeah. I think I show the record in the next shot.
I think you
Yep,
do
there's
too.
the record. Yeah.
And Steve, was that RCA?
Yes. Yeah, College Gems was RCA with it. Yep. Now here's the head. This should be the head promo. This was also released in September of 1968, and this was also released the Hollywood pressing plant. And it's a yellow promo. This one here is not in as best condition as I like it to be in, but they're very hard to find. This one's from Australia. This was released in February in 1969. And you could tell because it'll say RCA on it. It won't have the Columbia. The College Gems stamp on it. It's RCA, black label RCA. Here is a United States copy of Head, the album on College Gems. This was released in November of 1968. It was 45 on Billboard, 24 on Cashbox, and 22 on Record World. And it was $5.98 back in 1968 to purchase this. And it's a really cool looking album too.
So
Yeah, it is.
overall, Steve, then it didn't top too bad. Considering
No, it didn't. It
all
didn't.
factors considered.
Yeah, it didn't. I just think I think the promotion for the album could have been better. We'll see as we go along with the pictures. You'll see how it was promoted. There's the album. This is in excellent condition. Now, this one here, this is the Japan one. It's on Arista Records, and this was released on May 25th in 1981. Now, if you look at this, if you look at the back of it, it is in color. Now,
yeah, the other
ones
one's
that were
black and white.
the other ones are in black and white. Japan always did color, and it always looks so much better. There's the record itself. Yep. Now here's a 1969 copy of a Japan Head album. This was released on August 5th of 69. It has the OBI with it too. These are very desirable. I have 2 copies of these. When you have a big collection, I always wanted a Head album from Japan, and I wanted it and wanted it. I finally found one and I bought it, and I was so excited. It came in the mail, and not realizing I probably bought one a couple years ago. I already had a copy. So now I got 2 copies. But if you notice, what you're looking at now is the insert that came with this album. That did come with the United States album. These are very, very colorful pictures with the inserts, and it's really, really nicely put together. So it's a booklet that comes out of the album with all these pictures from Head on it. Everything's written in Japanese. I took a lot of pictures so everybody can see. Because not
Oh,
everybody gets a chance. This is because not everybody gets a chance to own a Japanese head pressing. Because they do go for a lot of money. There's the album. You could see it's yellow with the RCA. The one thing I don't have is a head promo. Yeah, I will find a head promo. They're very expensive. I've seen them go for $500 for some of them, but someday I will.
That's quite a bit.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, yes, definitely. So this one right here, this is a very desirable one. As you can tell, it's not silver; it's gold. This was released by Friday Music. It's called Head Alternative. It was released March 3rd, 2017, in a translucent gold vinyl.
Ooh.
So
Translucent gold, you say?
this is brand new. This has never been opened. I've seen open copies of this go for almost $300, opened and played. This is brand new.
Whoa.
This record, for some reason, really went up in value since 2017.
Hey, Steve, is that because they only had a limit of like a single press, or a single pressing?
It could be. It could be. Could be. Okay, so this is the Monkees' head. It's an ad from 1968, and it was cut out of a newspaper. I'm always amazed at stuff like this because it always lasted. Now here's this is some of the publishing and advertisement I was talking about for head, like this right here. I mean, this was a newspaper ad from 1968. Now, if you opened up a newspaper in 1968 and you were a Monkees fan, how would you even know this was related to the Monkees?
No.
You
I
know,
would.
see that was a big problem. And the poster was made like that. The movie poster was the same as that. I know where there's two of them, and they're very expensive, and they're not in very good condition.
Steve, I do have a question for you, considering that you
Sure.
just said, because the promotional, you're opening up in the late 60s, you open up your newspaper, you see head and that guy's picture. Now,
Hmm.
for most of the general public, that would have been a random guy's picture right next to the title head.
Yeah.
Was this somebody who happened to work in and around the Monkees
Yes.
sphere? Okay.
Yes. I forgot his name. I should have written it down, but I forgot his name. Definitely forgot his name. Yes, it was.
So, in kind of ways, they would have dropped the ball a little bit, because if you're going to have somebody's random head like that, and even though it's from somebody who works on, say, what I would consider in my field of work, the back end of the
Hmm.
Monkees, and then you're trying to use his photo for the front end publication, it would have
Hmm.
been good to have some kind of forewarning, or at least give some familiarity the couple of years leading
Yes.
up to the movie, and then throw his picture right there, his portrait, rather than try to just randomly do it and then expect people to know, oh yeah, that's the Monkees.
Yeah. I think any form of advertisement would have been better than this.
Fully agreed there.
Yeah. I mean, they should have promoted the movie better. They should have had the pictures of the guys, and even have them, a picture of them doing the dandruff scene. You know, anything would have been, or them guys in the fish tank, in the water tank. Anything would have been good.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know the movie was going for a little bit of an avant-garde style, but this just,
Right.
without knowing who this doesn't even qualify for avant-garde. This just qualifies for, let's throw something on the
Strange.
wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Agreed.
Okay. Now here's another head advertisement from October of 1968, I do believe. This was a little bit different, but it kind of led everybody on to, like, it's a whole big marijuana thing with the head, with the Monkees culture, and they're just reflecting on the times at that time.
Well, if I remember correctly, Steve, from even a couple times from Retro Prison, if I remember correctly, there the monkeys culture was supposed to be somewhat friendly towards, oh yeah, I'll let my teen child watch this because they're supposed to be
Yeah.
friendly in that way. But
Hmm.
now, but the very last episode of Monkeys I know had some amount of imagery related to marijuana, and then you're saying here heads to fill the sea with smoking grass. So in a
Hmm.
way, now you're starting to move away from that friendly image towards
Yeah.
these guys are promoting drug culture. So in a
Yeah.
subtle way, now you're trying to say, yeah, we've been trying to promote drug culture the whole time.
Right. Well, I think they moved away from the teeny bop thing. They wanted
Hmm.
something different. They moved in a totally different directions. A lot of bands did this, you know.
Hmm.
A lot of bands did this at the time. But that's why the Monkees Head album, the original name of the album was called Changes. And we'll get into that a few pictures ahead.
Okay.
And we'll see what's next. This is something I threw in there. This is a cassette tape that I bought in 1985. I've had this right here. This I ordered this. A lot of people are too young to remember that in the mid 80s we didn't have internet. You couldn't look up the stuff. I wanted to watch Head. I had no other way of watching Head. And I opened up a magazine. It must have been a music magazine at some time, obviously. But in the back, you could send away for these VHS cassettes of Head. And I bought 33 and a third too. So
Ooh.
this is the only way you can watch this stuff, because you didn't have pay per view, and I had the old VCR tape. And I remember ordering this and waiting a long time, and it finally came in. I think I was like maybe 14, 15 at the time, 1985, 14. Now here's the 1981 promo poster, Japanese promo poster for Head, for the Arista album that we seen a few pictures back.
See, now this makes sense for promotion. Like, it has all of them on it.
Yes, yes,
They're
yeah,
listed.
yeah. You know what you're getting. It's not a mystery. It's definitely not a mystery. Those are going for some big money now, I guess. I seen one guy on eBay was selling that poster for $119. Whether he'll get it or not, I don't know. But I've had mine a long time. I bought it from somebody in Japan. Um, so this is the script head/changes, the
Cool.
final draft. See how it used to be formerly known as changes. I kind of like the name changes better than head, I think. And I took a few pictures of the script. You can check it out. It's all there. Now, here's one of my gems in my collection. This is a Columbia Pictures press book for the Monkees Head. It was released in November 1968 to newspapers and others for a promotional tool. Now, if you remember the guy with the picture of the head that we seen a few slides ago in the back, that all those ads that you've seen from Head, they all would have came from this press book.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So here's some of the ads. It'll say campaign ad B. Now those would have been taken and printed out, for movie theaters, for whoever got it, whoever needed it for promotion.
Oh,
There's
wow.
another poster with all the information on it. I was very lucky to find this. There's 3 different head posters. I don't know how much this is worth, but I'm sure it's up there in price. Now here we go. See, there's the picture. That's where that newspaper ad came from. This probably went to a newspaper or something, and they printed off that for the head. Maybe the studios wanted them to print that one picture off, but there's other ones too. I think I took all the pictures that were in the book. Check out the next one. See, there's the other ones with the different pictures. Same guy, but it's displayed different.
I'll be honest with you, Steve. From these promotions, just thinking about it now, watching it or seeing more of these, they would have actually been better off if they wanted something more random like this for the avant-garde style. They would have been better off getting photos of Mr. Schneider and putting them in.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
I think people would have recognized Mr. Snyder more than him.
Oh, a lot more.
Yeah. I think there should be a few other. Yep, here's some other pictures. Some other ads, I should say. There's all kinds of stuff. That book is loaded full of information. I don't like taking it out of the frame too many times because it is old. I want to try to keep it in the very good condition that it's in.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. So there, and I have one more thing to show you. I definitely picked up, for those of you who remember, this is a laser disc of head, a 1986 laser disc. Yeah.
So
Definitely
something
something a little different.
since the late 80s then.
Yeah, well, that's when they came out. I mean, I remember when Laserdisc came out. People were like, "What the heck is this?" Because we were all using VHS tapes, and all of a sudden, this big gigantic CD came out, and it was like, and it really never took off. It never took off.
Yeah, it's. I know my dad showed me the old Betamax. He never had Laserdisc.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do remember is around 2008, 2009, the Star Wars DVDs, they came out with the original trilogy kind of a box set on DVD. And so you
Mm-hmm.
got the remastered as a regular DVD, and then you got a second copy for each of the 3 movies. And those were ripped off of the laser discs.
Okay. Yeah. They're still out there. You could find a lot of laser discs. There's people that collect them. They love them, absolutely love them. I never got into them because I never had a laser disc player. They were very expensive back in the day in the 80s.
I can imagine just the technology because that kind of laser reading was in its infancy. I know you had by that point you had CDs and you had the Sony Redbook standard, but it still would have been very much in its infancy. So audio was easy to do, but audio visual was probably just
Right.
starting to take off at that point.
Probably. Yeah, it was all brand new in the 80s. That's what the 80s were for. Sell brand new cell phones when we used to have the little tiny cell phones, or they were big, and there's just a lot of things came from the 80s that were good, but yeah, so there it is, collector show number 9, Monkees the Head. So I think next collector show number 10, we are going to do Changes, the album, and all the singles from all around the world.
Oh.
12 different countries to be exact. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
like
thank you for So thanks for having me on, guys, and I hope we can do this again soon.
I hope so too.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day, night, whatever. Hang on. There we go.